So Jason loves it when I do this. If you didn't know already, I'm loud. I'm proud. That doesn't sound right. I'm loud. I was a strip club announcer. I was a bouncer in a strip club for like 5 years, and one night the MC slash guy that does the announcing, the DJ, got sick. He's like, I can't do it tonight. I need someone else to announce the ladies. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in. So I'm lucky enough to be a cancer survivor, which gave me the better strip club announcer voice. Woo! Yeah. Woo! So without further ado, and for the millions watching around the world, please welcome your stage for your viewing pleasure and her friend Chantal. I'm sorry, wrong lace. Jason Harris. Yeah! And his knowledge of love. Jason Harris.
You know that never gets old, right?
I know, you go.
I'm not going to touch your butt. All right, I'm going to touch your butt. He just want me to touch his butt.
I do. What are we talking about?
Oh, okay. There we go. All right, yeah.
Jason Harris.
All right, guys. How's it?
Take it off!
Yeah. How's everyone doing? You guys having fun? Yeah. You're all liquored up, so you're good for mine? Everyone asks me, why do you go last? I'm like, well, for good reasons. I got just money falling out of my pockets or something. Oh, someone's throwing money at me. What the hell? Oh, God. I'm like, what? I thought it was coming out of my pockets. Jeez, you guys make it so difficult for me to concentrate here. Hey, guys. A lot of you guys know who I am here, but I'll do a quick intro. My name is Jason Harris. Thank you. I run a automotive-specific digital marketing company called Digital Dealership Solutions. I also do strategy with Jason, which has got a great series of podcasts and information and just a great way for you guys to educate yourselves. Sales teams, sales managers, floor managers, general managers, owners. It's an awesome resource for you guys just to continue to educate yourself. Also, if you guys don't know, we also do run a nonprofit. Our nonprofit is called Bell to Bell. I think some of you guys have actually drank our coffee. It is called Closers Coffee. You guys can check us out, belltobell.ca. All proceeds for the sales of the shirts and the hats and the sweaters, and of course the coffee, all gets donated to Sick Kids Hospital. So we love your guys' help there. That's absolutely awesome. So just so you guys know, this is actually how my team views me, is as a hot dog. As a hot dog. I asked them to put together a little avatar of me, and this is what they came up with. I don't know. Listen. Okay, maybe, yeah, all right. I've been in the industry for over 15 years. I'm originally from the States, so please don't hold it against me. I've been in Canada for the last 11 years, which has been absolutely amazing. I've had an opportunity to really learn from the industry and learn from just an amazing crew and amazing people in our Ontario area and across Canada. All right, fun fact, guys. A dealership can no longer just meet the expectation of a customer. We have to exceed the expectation of the customer, okay? So let me kind of break that down. All right, it's not enough that we just sell or service the customer's car. We actually have to go beyond just selling and servicing the car. Today, guys, what we're going to talk about is experience, the customer experience. Now, there are a lot of different elements when it comes to customer experience. I'm going to talk about a few of them today. We're going to talk about a few parts of the online experience, the in-dealership experience, and then the after-sales experience. The after-sales experience, I don't think it's enough attention, all right, and there's a lot of opportunity there. I'm going to start with the online experience. We're going to start with the home page because that's really kind of that first impression that your customer gets of you and what you guys want to say. A cluttered website isn't an aesthetic problem as much as it's actually a business problem, okay? Guys, your homepage on your website, that first experience that the customer gets, that first touch point the customer gets with you is incredibly important. And if it is nothing but just cluttered, that's what we're telling the customer. That's how we kind of operate. This is a typical dealership website. Sweet. I know you guys are laughing, all right? But there are a ton of home pages out there that look exactly like this, okay? But a really interesting fact, actually, I couldn't even click on this image. It wasn't a clickable image, all right? There are still a lot of people out there, it is. There's still a lot of people out there that are viewing their homepage as just a glorified brochure. And it's not, guys. This is literally the front door to your business. What are you telling your customer on the front door of your business if it looks like this? It looks like you're concentrating on one thing only, and that is just moving that metal and getting it out as humanly possible. All right? What we'd like to see is a simple homepage design that welcomes your audience and tells them what they want, what they should be looking forward to doing next. Okay? Something very simple like this. This is what a homepage experience should look like. That front door should just be asking, hey, welcome. How are you today? Where would you like to do? Would you like to check out my parts? Would you like to go to service? Would you like to check out new car sales, used car sales? All right, clean and simple. This is what the customer is looking for today. Not that bombarding them with message after message of sell, sell, buy, 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 discount, discount, discount. All right, clean and simple is what the customer is looking for. All right, a customer that goes to a cluttered website, all right, over 34% of customers that go to a cluttered website will actually just leave. If it's not clean and simple and direct to where they want to go next, they're just taking off, they're bouncing. In some cases, it can even be higher than that. First impressions are 94% design related. First impressions are 94% design related. Okay? Take the time and ask yourselves, do I want my customer's first impression of me to be this? Or do I want my first impression or their first impression of me to be this? Okay? This is all controllable, guys. I know we all have website providers, but you need to sit down and talk to your website providers and say, what kind of initial experience is my customers getting? Let's talk about inventory. God, guys, I can't believe I'm still talking about inventory, by the way. 2019 and I'm still talking about this. It still kind of blows my mind. It gets my blood boiling a little bit sometimes, right? I still can't believe that we have, dealerships that still aren't putting their inventory out there, that aren't merchandising it properly with images, not merchandising it properly with video, with proper payments, proper pricing. But guys, this is a big deal, and I still can't believe we're talking about this, but we really are. A bad SRP page can lower leads by 30%. SRP page, everybody know what that is? Search results page? Okay, that's your inventory page. Okay, 30%, a bad one. I have a lot of dealerships that go, Jason, I just want more leads. I need more leads. I'm going to sell more cars if I need more leads. Well, have you walked through that process that your customer's taken on your website? Have you looked at that homepage? Have you looked at that shopping experience? And those SRP pages is their first shopping experience. Does it look something like this? This is one of a lot of websites, guys, I found. And this did not take me long. I spent a whole whopping maybe 15 minutes and found easily 10 examples of search results pages that looked like this. Yeah, no pictures. The site migrated. Oh, you thought this was yours? No, it's not. But yeah, it's a similar one. That's funny. See, look at that. Oh yeah, that's right. It is. Actually, you're right. It is. Hold on a second. Man, I thought I removed that. Yeah. Okay. I'll just put this tagline down here. What the fuck? All right. Pictures. All right. At least with the payments up there, right? But really, no engagement. A good SRP page can actually increase leads by over 40%. And you guys will see this. Plus, you do get to see this because you just migrated over. All right. This is what the customer's expecting now. This is the customer's expectations. Okay? Look at that. See that? I got great pictures. I got great call to actions. I have breakdowns of the price, the finance options, the lease options with clear descriptions as far as what my cost of borrowing is, what my interest rate are, what's the estimated buyout for the lease, everything right there. This is what the customer expects. Again, we're just at expectations. We haven't exceeded the expectations yet. This is just now the expectation. This is a transparent shopping experience. If your guys' dealership doesn't have this, you guys need to have this. It's literally the expectation now. This expectation will drive increased engagement. All right? You're going to see a huge amount of engagement when you come out with such a transparent search results page as this is right here. Fun fact, guys, online forms are the highest converting lead generation tool at a dealership's disposal. Some funny fact about forms I've seen, because I work with roughly around 100 dealerships, have been now for a while, and over the last 4 to 5 years, I've seen nothing but just a decrease in leads. Has everybody kind of seen that? Has everyone kind of seen a consistent kind of small decrease in leads, less forms being filled kind of over a period of time? If we do not build value in the form, the customer will never fill it out. This is what I find on over 70% of dealerships' websites. This is a trade-in form, by the way. I have no idea what the value is here. In fact, actually, let's read it out real quick. Please fill out the information below, and one of our representatives will contact you to get your vehicle appraised. Sweet. So sweet. So yeah, I get to fill out a form just so someone can contact me and then give me that information. There is no value to the customer in any way or form for them to fill this out. Actually, I thought it was even funnier too, is that we're actually going to force them to also give us their phone number. It's a requirement that they give us their phone number. All right? We're not giving them the option to actually choose how they want to communicate with us. We're going to tell them how. We're going to force them into a way that they have to give us a phone number. All right? Do you guys see any value? I mean, if you put your customer hat on here, would you guys want to fill this out? No. And this is kind of a consistent thing, right? Look, the consumers have gotten smarter. All right? What they want to see from you guys is an explanation of why I should fill out this form. Okay? It's the what and why. All right? What happens after I fill out the form? Is anybody explaining that to their customers? No. I'll tell you right now, I've been on a lot of websites. Very few dealerships out there are actually explaining to their customers what happens after the form gets filled out. Even more so, we never explain to them why they should fill it out. What is the benefit to them? We all know what the benefit to us is. All right? I get someone to call. I get a potential lead. I get to sell a car. All right? You got to build the value with them. A well-designed and informative form can increase conversion by 200%. 200%. This is just slowing down, taking the time, looking through your website forms, and just asking yourselves, are we clearly defining what the what and why is? This is a great example. Larry Hudson Chevrolet, okay? Thinking of trading in your vehicle? With only a few pieces of information, Larry Hudson's Chevrolet Buick GMC can show you what your vehicle is worth before you trade in. With an awesome little video of explaining the what, the how, and the why in a quick little 45-second video. As a consumer, I can see the value and why I should take these next steps. I'm going to receive instantaneously. I'm going to get it right there. We're going to show you right now. It's not the, here, fill out this information, and then we'll get someone to call you about it. Okay? I receive the information right now. Then the video goes through and actually explains to them what happens next. All right? Someone's going to reach out to them. So now the expectation is that someone's going to reach out. It's the what and the why. Any questions about forms before I move on? No? Cool.
Jason, I got a question.
Shoot.
So videos, if using a video to support the form will give you a better engagement, correct?
We've actually seen up to 200% better engagement on those forms.
Really?
By putting a simple video, guys. Look, guys, we're not talking about crazy production in your video, okay? We're really, talking about you holding your phone, not like this, okay, but just nice and still, and just clearly explaining to what happens when I fill out the form, and then why I should. What is the value to me as a consumer to fill out this form? Because the consumer already knows that the value is all already in the dealership's hands. They need to know what value is for them. Now let's go into the in-dealership experience. Now look, guys, there's a lot more to do with the online experience, but these are the three that I felt that were really important that we needed to go over, okay? So you got home pages, search results pages, okay, and forms. If you focus just on those three things, I can guarantee you're going to increase your lead conversion like an easy 30% with those three things. Take the time, be the consumer, all right, deep dive into what that online experience is going to be. Now let's talk about the in-dealership experience, the meet and greet. You have 7 seconds to make an epic first impression. So guys, I'll tell you a quick story. So when I first started in this industry, I had a manager. And at first I actually thought this manager was a total dick, right? Every single day that we came into work to sell cars, all right, we had to verbatim do the meet and greet with him before we could go to the floor. In fact, actually, if you couldn't do the meet and greet verbatim, you got sent home. Like literally just sent home, all right? About 2 or 3 times of me being sent home. I was like, shit, I better commit to really remembering this thing, okay? For the longest time, I thought this guy was just being a total dick until I really realized what he was doing. He was building a consistent process and building a way to present the information consistently to the customer every single time. 7 seconds. That's all we got. 7 seconds. We definitely don't want it to look anything like this. Yes, like that.
Can I help you, ma'am?
Yeah. As
soon as your husband gets here, I'll be more than happy to show you all the features.
Actually, it's for me.
Well, then no need looking under the hood. Here's where the cup holders are, and there's the rear view mirror. That's where you can put on your makeup. And this is the steering wheel here. It's what you use to drive with. Hey, honey, come on back here. Tired?
Guys, it's crazy to think these videos are actually almost 20 years old. Is that crazy? That's nuts, but still incredibly relevant today, all right? I know this is a little bit of an elaborate version of what a meet and greet kind of looks like. I'll tell you right now, guys, I spend my time in hundreds of dealerships, all right, every single year across the nation, and I can tell you there are still people out there that are meeting, greeting customers in this way. It's crazy, but it's true.
Can I help you, man?
We should be meet and greeting with a story, okay? Look, you gotta understand, guys, consumers they buy products, they buy services, but they buy the story of the product and the story of the service way before they actually buy the product and service. Does that make sense? We're buying into the story of that, right? There are three great stories that every dealership has, all right? And you haven't defined what these 3 stories are, you need to take the time to do so, all right? The first story is the story of the dealership, okay? Why does the dealership do what they do? Okay. Not how long you guys have been in business, okay? Not the fact that you're family owned. That's cool. I don't technically care about that crap anymore, okay? It's true. Look, at the end of the day, there was a point in time, all right, in our marketing efforts, that being a family-owned business held some weight to the consumer's perspective, okay? They perceived there was value in being a family-owned business, okay? That's not the case anymore, all right? There are huge companies that are family-owned. In fact, some of the biggest dealer groups that we have in Canada right now are family-owned and run businesses. That's not the story, okay? The story is, what does it mean to you guys to be family-owned? It's the why. We all know what we do, right? We sell cars and we service vehicles. That's what we do. But why do we do it? What is your why? That's your dealership story. Do you do it because you guys are actively want to support, all right, your community? Do you guys is your why because you want to be a part of that one of the largest purchases this consumer will ever make? Okay, what is your why? Why do you guys get up in the morning? Why do you flip on these lights? Why do you guys, open up the dealership even though 3 months out of the year, you'll probably won't even break even, okay? Why? Why do you guys do that? And this needs to come out in that meet and greet, okay? So that's one. You got the dealership story, all right? Second story is of the product, okay? Every product has a story. not the brochure story, okay? Your story. I want to hear your version of the story, why the Telluride is a cool new vehicle, right? Or why the Toyota Corolla, you know, is the best economical vehicle out there. Look, I've already read the brochure. I get it, okay? But I want to hear from you what the product story is, okay? The third story is actually the manufacturer story. So a lot of people in here are familiar. I had a Mitsubishi dealership, right? I bet you a lot of you guys are not aware that there was actually a fight to the death, a samurai fight to the death for the rights to open Mitsubishi Motors. A guy actually had to die for Mitsubishi Motors to be started, all right? This is a story I actually regularly shared with people. In fact, I even had a little samurai in my showroom just so I could share the story of it, right? It's a cool story, all right? There's a reason why you guys out there, you see people walking around with jackets that say Mopar on the back, right? Or Mazda on the back, or Mercedes on the back, or BMW on the back, right? It's or Nissan on the back, yes. Right? It's because the consumer has bought into that manufacturer story. Do not expect the customer to be already bought into that manufacturer story just because they showed up. That is your guys' responsibility to do so, okay? Now, during the meet and greet, the first story I think should always come out is actually the story of your dealership, okay? What makes you unique? Here's just a quick example.
Well, we're the largest automotive retailer in the country. We own over 300 stores in 16 states. This actually gives you the largest inventory to choose from. Everything we do is based on transparency. Our Worryfree Folder includes a complimentary Carfax, a safety inspection report, and a work order showing all of the reconditioning we have completed on the vehicle. All of this is designed to give you peace of mind.
Our Worry-Free Folder. I dig that. Oh, wait, this video is like almost 8 years old. Okay. Our Worry-Free Folder. Okay. That's a cool story. Is anybody in here right now talking to their customers about the Worry-Free Folder that they provide to their customers? No. Guys, this is what I want to buy into. This is what the customer wants to hear. Okay? I love the idea of a Worry-Free Folder. Any questions about that, guys, before I go on? You guys down with doing verbatim meet and greets? Creating a standardized process, developing out your dealership story and making sure that the story is a part of that meet and greet?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay. Payment presentation. Oh, man. This is a good one. I got so many thoughts on the payment presentation. I'm trying to eliminate the amount of 4-letter words I use real quick. So just give me a second. Okay. All right. So guys, look at this. This is from the consumer's perspective, okay? So I've spent 60 to 90 days doing research and shopping on one of the largest purchases that I'm ever going to make in my life, okay? I walk into the dealership, I'm pretty jacked, pretty excited. The sales guy's doing a good job, the sales gal's doing a good job, and go on the test drive, and I love the smell of a new car. By the way, I've always thought that was kind of weird, right? Like if people like the smell of a new car, I'm like, you do know that it's just chemicals, right? It's literally just, it's the plastic and foam just releasing chemicals out. But hey, I like the smell. Okay, that's fair enough. Okay, so all this energy is built, right? So it's like build. I get into the dealership, build. I come back from my test drive. Now I'm going to present you some payments. Oh yeah, here it goes. Energy level. Pretty much what happens in most dealerships, guys, by the way. I don't know if you like my sound effects. I'll maybe add some better sound effects later. Why do we start our payment presentation with a worksheet? With a fucking worksheet. And guys, this is a word that I hear used all the time. Hey, Mr. Customer, hey, thanks. It was a great test drive. Hold on one second. I'm going to get a worksheet. What the hell? I got to work now to buy this car? I mean, I spent the last 60, 90 days doing research and shopping, all right? I just went on this badass test drive. I'm super excited. Now we got to work for me to get a payment. Very common language. I literally hear it all the time. All right? So we fill out our worksheet. Okay? Then that salesperson does what? They're going to disappear into the black abyss that is known as the sales manager's office. Seriously, right? All right? They're in that office for about 5 to 7 minutes. No freaking clue what the hell is going on back there. Not at all, all right? Heck, far as I know, they could be throwing back some beers, eating some pizza, more likely talking about me. Okay? Then they come back out with this. Oh, yeah. 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 That's cool. That's why. John, you know all about these. You know all about it. All right. Guys, seriously, this is what the customer is seeing. Now, look, have we gotten a little better with this? Are there digital versions of this now? Yeah. All right. Are they being like printed out? But the bottom line is still the same thing. Okay. We come out with a series of numbers. All right. Either printed or handwritten, sometimes barely legible. All right. With almost no to any fucking explanation at all how the hell we got to it. You know? Like almost none. Guys, think about this. 60, 90 days, energy, excitement. I got my test drive. I love this car. This is great. Everything blows up. I mean, literally, WTF. That's all I can say. All right? This is not the customer's expectations by any means whatsoever. Okay? There is not. So the other day, I went to go buy a new washer and dryer. Haven't bought a washer and dryer. Hey, guys, I'll tell you a really funny story. They didn't bring out a worksheet. They did. I was thinking kind of like, how funny would that be, right? Like I'm in Home Depot, I'm sitting there looking at the washer and dryers. Here comes a guy with a Foursquare. So he's like, okay, so, all right, if you put this much down, all right, we go over this term. Oh, wait, you can't put that much down? Well, okay, well, then we could focus on, like, all right. We're the only industry that does this still, okay? Y'all just got to stop. Just stop doing it, okay? The payment presentation should be a positive and a transparent experience. Guys, like this should be, like, I mean, literally, come on, think. You're at the tippy top of the mountain of excitement with a customer. And we're right there. I mean, we're literally just right on that tip. All right? This is what it should look like. I call them payment presentation lounges or payment lounges or product lounges, whatever the hell you want to call it, just not a Foursquare, okay? This is just a clean, open, welcoming environment where I can go in and discuss payments. By the way, round tables. You guys see that? Here's the funny thing, guys. Coming from the States, for years, almost every dealership I've ever worked in or ever been a part of has consistently always had round tables. Okay? Like, I'll tell you right now, I can't stand desk. I hate desk so much, right? It's like, here's how this works. So you're going to sit on that side of the desk. I'm going to sit on this side of the desk, all right? I got my cards. You got your cards. We're instantaneously going to play a game of poker. That's what it is. It is literally just a psychological game of poker, okay? You sit next to the customer, and you work side by side. Your body language, everything changes. I've literally watched the body language in a customer between sitting at a desk and sitting at a round table dramatically change. Dramatically change, all right? Now I get to sit side by side with my family members and the salesperson and collectively together at something that somewhat resembles a kitchen table. Actually, at my dealership, they were IKEA kitchen tables. All right, and we can work side by side towards a goal and objective, okay? Look, they want to buy a car. We want to sell a car. Shit, let's do it together, you know? Very open and free. Now, I love the monitor up here. In fact, actually, that's something that we did at our dealership as well. We had monitors mounted up on the wall, okay? That monitor that was mounted on the wall had our build and price function already up there, okay? Here's what we ended up doing. We took the keyboard and the mouse and put it in the hands of the customer. Not my hands. I'm not making the payment. I don't want to be responsible for that. Look, if you create the payment, if you generate the payment, whose payment am I buying here? Yours, not mine, okay? That keyboard and mouse and that cheap 50-inch screen up on the wall, all right, gave the customer the ability to build their own payment, to take ownership of their car, okay? I had to do very little selling. My closing rate was incredibly high, all right? The amount of discounting I gave was very, very low. Why? Because I'm not the one that generated the payment. The customer did. You guys all have cool build and price functions, all right? Sometimes your manufacturer's got some, sometimes the manufacturer don't, all right? You guys do have some deal functions. Like, what's a big deal? Just flip the screen around. The profit's the profit. It is what it is. You know? This gives that customer that opportunity to create, develop what that financing term or what that lease is going to term, and they will own that. You won't own that. Okay? If they don't like that payment, it's not your problem. You didn't make it. Payment too high? Well, okay. Well, that's their problem, not your problem. Okay? Help them and work them through it. You get to do that side by side in a very transparent, very inviting, very welcoming environment. Okay? Every single dealership out there should do this. Every single dealership. New car, used car, it doesn't matter. All right? Now, I know some of your manufacturers might go, well, I don't know about that. It may not be part of our imaging. Okay? Well, they're not selling the cars, guys. You are. Any questions? Any questions real quick of what I call about a payment lounge? Product lounge? I don't know. I flip back and forth between the two words. You guys dig that? Yeah. Anybody going to go back and do it? Okay. We're going to steal that. All right. We talked about the meet and greet. We talked about the payment presentation. Here's another one of my biggest pet peeves is the service handoff. Okay? You gotta train your salespeople to understand that that purchase of that vehicle is only the first transaction of many, many, many transactions to come. Like they need to understand that. Okay? Customers that regularly service with a dealership has a 173% higher probability of buying another vehicle from you. Okay? Getting them to service with you is one of the most important parts of selling a car. But here's how it typically goes down. Hey, Mr. Smith, congratulations on buying your car. Hey, let's go out and we'll go over it real quick and we'll walk him through. Oh, hey, by the way, that's a service department. Yeah, see that guy? That guy, well, he'll take care of you afterwards. That's it. Or maybe I've seen a little better version of it. Salesperson will bring the customer over to the service department. Service advisor's on the phone. Hey, this is Hank, Mr. Smith. This is Hank. Hank's like, hey, how's it going? That's the extent, all right? Come on, okay? Sales and service need to deliver the car together. Together, okay? It was a mandate at my dealership that either a service advisor and a salesperson or the service manager and the sales manager, whoever it was, but there was one representation from both departments there with the customer to deliver the vehicle. So that they knew that from the sales side and the service side, we had their back. And this is what the relationship was going to go through. Salesperson or the salesperson went through their portion of the delivery. Then the service advisor would step in and talk about some of the basic stuff, like here's your windshield wiper fluid, this is where you're going to put this in. Here's a couple things I also want you to look for, all right? You know, if the tires go low, there's going to be a light, a little squiggly line, whoops, and a little exclamation mark that comes up, okay? Doesn't mean your car's exploding, just means you're running low on air, okay? Here's my phone number, here's my card, all right? You call me. If you can't get a hold of this guy, I'm your guy. That's a proper service handoff. When we've seen that done, when it has been done, all right, we've seen well over a 60% increase in retention. 60% increase in retention. Here's the funny thing, guys, in our industry. And you know what? And everybody out here that's done deals and sold cars, you guys all know this, right? It is never a big thing that equates to the success or the failure of a deal, correct? Because if it was a big thing, we would know about it and we'd fix it. It is always a little thing. It is always little things that equate to the success or the failure of the deal. These are little things. These are little things that go a long, long, long ways. Now let's talk about the after-sale experience. Guys, there are more in-dealership experiences to go over, but again, these are just some of my favorites that I think if you guys were to take back to your dealership and start working on, start planning on, start implementing, you're going to see some considerable ROI literally right out of the gate. Okay? After sales experience. We're going to start off with communications. How many of you guys called into your own dealership and tried to set up a service appointment? Or order a part. Oh man, that's my favorite. Ring, 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 hold. Finally something comes on, parts, hold. Ports, holds. All right. Communication is insanely key. This is the expectation of the customer. All right. You know, a customer spends roughly 43 days of their life on hold. 43 days, almost a month and a half of our lives will be spent just just with horribly hold music to top it off, right? All right. This is what the customer now expects. This is the expectation. Anybody watch Batman? I'm talking like not like no. I'm not talking like new Batman. I'm like, okay, well, clearly he did. He even had the tights to prove it. All right. The early Batman had this amazing device. I mean, guys, this was in the 60s. This was a mind-blowing piece of technology. The Bat phone. All right. Literally, you pick that phone up, boom, Batman was on the other line. Okay. That is your customer's expectations of you guys now. You may not like it. You may not want to agree with it. You may disagree with it. Bottom line is that is their expectation of you. All right. Their expectation is that you guys have a Bat phone. Okay. Let's talk about this, right? There's some amazing technology out there. We can have a Bat phone, can't we? Is it overly difficult for us to, get a couple of these devices and put them in front of our service advisors? Or have one for the sales manager? And if I am kept on hold, we can have a little joke about it. If you don't like being on hold and you want to talk to us now, you can text us at 905 ... Okay? They want a Bat phone to you. They want that immediate connection. All right? The cool thing is they don't necessarily expect that you're going to answer their problem or fix their problem right out of the gate. They just want to know that when they need you, and it is, because when it comes to service, guys, it's like they need you now. Like, my car is going tunk, 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 tunk. The engine bay is on fire. Please answer the phone. Probably not. All right? All right? There are lights on the dash. Like, I need to talk to them now. Okay? Ask yourselves how you guys could develop a Bat phone at your dealership. Because you could. If it was one of your goals and objectives, all right, you could define out the process necessary to create a Bat phone. And your customers will greatly, greatly appreciate it. Okay. Value. Started this whole talk about how the expectation now is that we don't just meet the expectation, but we now actually have to exceed the expectation. Okay? I'll tell you real quick a little bit kind of how that looks. Amazon. Everybody Amazon? Raise your hands. Who Amazons? Awesome. All right, everybody does. Okay. I just ordered another set of orange ties and orange shoes. I love it because they know my orders, right? I just go to it and like order history. Yeah, I need 3 more pairs. While we were actually here right now, all right, I got a little notification from Amazon with a picture, all right, of my front door. And then that picture was my orange ties, package for my orange ties, all right? My expectation is when I order from Amazon, they're going to deliver it to my house, okay? They met my expectation. They exceeded my expectation by providing a hugely high level of communication, high level of communication, and letting me know that the package is there, which was great, because then I got to text the wife and say, Amazon is outside. Please go get it, okay? This is what the customer is now expecting of you guys, all right? You have to kind of think about that, right? If I sell the car, cool, I met the expectation. They bought a car. How do I exceed that expectation? An idea is only as good as how well we can execute on it. My company lives and dies by this idea, okay? There are tremendous ideas and opportunities to bring more value to the customer than the product or service you sell. But each one of those ideas are only as good as how well you can execute on them, okay? I'm going to give you guys a couple of those ideas. You guys are going to go, wait a second, what? What is it? Picnic tables and paddle boards? How in the world does that bring my customer more value? Well, I'll tell you guys a little story. 3 or 4 weeks ago, all right, we had that one day of sun that kind of popped up. Now it's consistent, but we had that one day of sun that kind of popped up during the weekend, and we were hanging out with the kids, and my kids came in and said, Dad, we want to go on a picnic. I'm like, nah. Okay, that's cool. I mean, I haven't been on a picnic. I've never taken my kids on a picnic, right? But I'm like, you know what? This is going to be their first picnic. I got 3 kids. They're 4, 6, and 8, okay? This is going to be their first picnic. So I'm going to take this opportunity, and I want to make sure that this is a memorable moment for them, okay? So I'm like, I'm going to do this up right. I'm going to get a picnic basket. So I go to Canadian Tire. I go to Canadian Tire to get a picnic basket. I'm like, okay, cool. So I get the picnic basket. I'm looking at these prices going, what the fuck? By the time I buy the picnic basket, all right, and the little cooler, and the silverware, and the cup, and the plates, and the little cups, all right, and then of course I had to get that, you know how it is, right? That red and white checkered, tablecloth. Then I guess you got to put weights on the end of those tablecloths. I didn't know those existed. They were pretty cool, like little corn on the cobs, kind of hang on the side. All right. I'm like, I got everything and I go in and check it out. $350. $350, and I ain't bought the food yet. Damn. This is going to be crazy expensive picnic basket, right? So, okay, I bought it. We did it. We had our picnic. It was amazing, right? And as I'm putting the picnic basket up into the basement, thinking to myself, I'm probably never going to use this thing. Okay, I'm going, all right, this kind of sucks. So I got thinking to myself, well, you know what? How cool would it be if I could just rent a picnic basket? I mean, hell, any day today I can pretty much just rent anything else. I can Airbnb, which we did tonight. All right. Has anybody used Turo? I love Turo, by the way. No, anybody use it? All right. It's the Airbnb of your car. All right. So I can actually just drive somebody else's car whenever I'm traveling. It's awesome. All right. How badass would it be if I bought a car at your dealership, all right, and the dealership owned 5 or 6 branded, beautifully well done picnic baskets, and just as an added value, all right, to the customer, that they are more than welcome to check out these baskets whenever the hell they feel like it. That'd be pretty sweet, all right? Talk about some serious brand equity, all right? Some serious brownie points. And guess what? You guys they're gonna be out there. I can't tell you how many pictures I took of my picnic. I'm gonna document the whole thing. Not as much as John, but I was documenting it. Okay. Your logo is sitting right there, okay? An inexpensive way for you guys to provide additional value to your customer. So, why do I got paddle boards up here? I actually have a dealership doing this, so I'm actually kind of excited about it, right? I love the idea of going to the lake and going paddleboard. Anybody have any idea how expensive these bloody ass things are? They're an easy G note, right? An easy $1,000. Plus, the other thing is where the hell I'm going to put it, I got this great semi-detached house with this 1-car garage and a basement just full of crap. All right, I got no place to put this. So I have a dealership right now. They're a dealership that sells, off-road vehicles and SUVs, so that kind of falls into their category, kind of their wheelhouse, right? And they now own 4 or 5 of these branded, all right, paddle boards. And any of their customers that service or purchase a vehicle from them can now come in and check out these paddle boards and take them for the weekend. And the only thing the dealership asks is that when they're having fun to take a picture and just tag the dealership in it. That's it. That's the only thing they ask. Okay. This has been lighting up their social media. Every single weekend. They're now, they were struggling to get people to engage with them on social media. They were just struggling to do it. Now what they've done is they provided additional value. Value that goes way beyond it. But it's cool. It's actually in line with what you guys do, right? We want to sell them a car. We want them to go out and experience that car. Okay? What better way to do that in your branded paddle board? And the content's been great. Like, it's quite funny. Really, there's been some very funny videos, some great pictures, a lot of smiles, a lot of happy people. All right? Local communities already talking about it. Now they're even talking about now buying another dozen of them just to kind of keep up with demand. Okay? Just a way to provide additional value to the customer. You're not just meeting their expectation, you're exceeding their expectation. Any questions about that, guys? Is that cool? That give you guys some ideas? How do you measure that? Yeah, just like social engagement. Social engagement is definitely one we're looking for. You know, that's actually right now, if the dealership is doing this right now, it's social engagement. They're asking for one thing only, is that when they're out there having fun, tag a picture, right? Now, of course, they did just have one where it was a video that was tagged in it, and oh, this person was having a hard time getting up on this board. It was like up, hey guys, how's it going? And they were completely off. And everybody's laughing in the background, having fun. That got tagged to their social media. A bunch of other people commented, hey, that's so much fun. I love doing that stuff too, right? And it just, what it is now going to start developing out community around the dealership, right? You guys sell cars and service thousands of vehicles, all right? This is maybe just one step to start developing out that community with your clients by providing additional value that goes above and beyond than the product or service that you provide. And guys, we're not talking about crazy investment here. We're really not. All right, how many dealerships do I see out there saying, well, end of the month, $500 off every in-stock vehicle, $1,000 off of this inventory, $5,000 off of these cars? You know, hold on to that a little bit. Invest that into something that can develop out community and can bring more value to the customer. All right, guys, that is what I got for you today. I hope you guys got some value in that. Is that cool? Yeah. Cool? All right.
Let's give it over here for Jason Harris.
Thanks, guys.
Now, so just announcement, quick announcement. We know Blue Jays are starting to fill up. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, this dome's open.
That's actually one of the home runs that got hit in the game when Jason was rehearsing at one point.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah,
I tinkled a little.
I know that the Raptors game's on tonight, so I just wanted to thank Jason because he has booked a room for everyone who wants the Raptors game.
Yes.
We'll have it live here too.
Yes.
So thank you very much. The next little bit, we're going to, any questions? First of all, any questions for Jason? Besides,
yes,
how
sir.
amazing does it look?
Great presentation, Jason.
Thanks.
Your very first slide when we're talking about cluttered websites.
Yep.
Right? I completely agree with you. But I'd love to hear your perspective on Ling sells cars.
Sweet!
Ling sells cars. Yes.
Oh.
Look, I think any opportunity you have where you can relate with a customer, all right, through content, look, if you guys have an opportunity to educate or entertain your clients, do it. You know, here's a funny thing, just real quick on ads, okay? If I asked every single one of you guys, what was the last 4 text ads you saw in a search results? Probability is you couldn't remember a single one of those text ads, okay? If I asked you what were the last 4 display ads you saw, you might be able to recall 1 or 2 of them because visually we're a little more visual. But I asked all you guys, what were the last 4 videos you watch? There's an incredibly high probability that you're going to be able to tell me each one of those videos, what was in those videos, all right, what happened in those videos, and how it made you feel. Okay? So when it comes to content, when it comes to messaging, all right, any opportunity where you can invoke an emotion, any type of emotion, really, all right? If it's laughter, it's usually an easy emotion. I mean, this guy's literally a walking, talking laughter, right? If you can tug at the heartstrings, all right, or even if you can piss them off, all right, the brain's probability and ability to retain that information and recall it is huge. So you guys think about that. Think about real quick when you're marketing messages, are those messages evoking any type of emotions, all right, that can connect? But I do love that, though. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
If no one's go to lingsellscars.com.
So much fun.
In the UK, it's I had to guess what sex that person was, because I didn't know. The person's kind of packed.
But
and
you see,
the videos are funny.
They are.
And loud, and makes me look quiet.
Yes.
All right, so they're pretty good. That's a great. Check it out. It's awesome. Link sells cars.
But and the cool thing is, a clutter is a part of that brand for them. Like they just want to clutter with content. So yes.
To go on to what Jason was talking about branding your dealership or doing something unique. Just some ideas that don't cost you $1,000 for a paddleboard. We do networking events. That's part of my side thing. I host networking events in the dealership. It's free space. I'm not using it at night anyway.
Oh, that's good. Space is a good one.
And we use it for introducing newcomers to programs, business for women at our dealership. We do free seminars on the car business in general. Like, why do you want to get into selling cars? This is some information you need to know whether you're going to apply for me at all. These are some ideas you can use to help promote yourself. Networking is an amazing way because you're bringing the community into your dealer, right? It costs you nothing, just maybe a case of water and a little bit of time, right? Also, interviewing your customers about your service experience, good or bad.
No, guys, it's true. I mean, there are ways of doing it. You know, for some dealerships, not all, but for some dealerships, we do have a lot of space. Okay, and being able to lend that space out to local events, local clubs, local community. That's a great also way just to provide additional value. Hey guys, real quick, if I could ask you guys, our video team has put so much time and effort into this, and my operations team put so much time to it. If you guys can put a big round of applause for these guys, 'cause they bust their ass off.